travel, eco-friendly travel, it's about minimizing your environmental footprints while at the same time exploring the world. So I want to dive into some best practices that we see around the world that can help make your travel more sustainable. I know holiday finish, but still good to know that because there's gonna be some further holidays, in December, Easter next year, and so on and so forth. So let's talk about that, shall we? Excellent. Let's go for that. Hello, everybody. So, how are you doing today? My name is Tony Chi. I'm the founder and CEO of Renewables in Africa. If you're seeing for the first time, what you want to know is we raise awareness about renewables energy in Africa, but across the globe. So, if you're a project developer, if you are an EPC company, if you are an investor and a supplier, you want to tap into Africa, I want to talk to you. And I want to help you to have two key questions that you have. Number one is, how can you reduce your business development costs? And the second thing is, how can you reduce your customer acquisition process? I know those are two key central questions that you have. And what we've done is we've developed some awareness packages, help you really to tackle that. So more specifically, there's three things that you're going to gain from that. The first thing is visibility. Because if we allow you to be visible to your target audience, I know that's going to be beneficial to you. And what it's going to give you over time is the second thing that we do for you is a qualified lead. You get us qualified lead, guess what? You're able to make more sales. As simple as that. We've done it for other companies, we make it work for them. I want to show you how we can replicate the same thing for you. So that's why I'm asking you, give me 15 minutes, let's have a conversation. Let me show you what we could do. You decide, okay, that's for me or not for me, right? So that's a fair game, right? That's all I could see in here. Excellent. So let's come by now and talk about sustainable tourism as we've been doing. So more specific with best practices. So when we're looking at for hotel lodging that have eco certification, I think I had one like that. So and those certifications we talked about what Green Key here, LAID, and they indicate that they adhere to sustainable practices like energy efficiency of or waste reduction. So we want to consider staying at eco lodges or locally owned accommodation that support the local communities and have minimal environmental impact. And simple action, for example, like reusing towels, turning off lights, or minimizing water use can also make a big difference. Yeah. So that's what we want to say. And the second thing here, so we want to talk about sustainable transportation options because when you go to those holidays, so you gotta move, isn't it? Right. So it's important for me to talk about that. So opting for low emission transmission whenever possible, train, buses, carpooling, it's more sustainable than flying whenever you can, right? So I know, for example, that I drove. So I could have used the flight, but we drove. So definitely, and drove the whole family. So that's kind of a carpooling here. And when you think about flights, so maybe you want to consider that time. I know I don't do that, but I'm pushing myself to sort of embed it in one of my habits more and more. When you're looking at the carbon emission by contributing to carbon offset program that fund renewables energy or reforestation project. And you want to be explorer as well if there's some destination that you can do on foot by bike. So maybe using as well, so public transport to reduce carbon footprint and immerse yourself in the local culture. So yeah, so those are stuff that you could do, right? So I'm sure that could definitely help you. So you want to bring, reusable water bottle, utensil, shopping bags, because you want to avoid, single-use plastic that contribute to pollution, right? So you also will have the opportunity to use, plastic straws, seek out establishment that offer sustainable alternative or not at all. Yeah. So you also want to make sure that you support restaurant, but also shop that prioritize waste reduction and sustainable sourcing. So there's a number of ways, supporting those local economies, owned by local businesses, shop, tour operator, ensure that they ensure that you directly benefit the local community. So eco doesn't have to be difficult. I want to insist on that. By you making thoughtful choices, you can reduce impact and contribute to more sustainable and respectful travel experience. And guess what? Every small action add up to make up a big difference. So hopefully that gives you more ideas of what you want to do. That's what I want to say covered. So let me know. I don't know if this is ideas that you've applied to your travel already, or we give you or we give you the time. So you've been able to follow my last live on Sunday. I was talking about the review, the reflect, the reinvent yourself. If you've not been able to do that, maybe that's a chance to reflect on that. Yeah. And then decide that you're going to reinvent and do that for your next holidays. Yeah. So if that's the case, then I would consider that, my talk today has been impactful and has been reaching its targets. Yeah. So I wish you a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. So take care, guys. Bye bye.